Hossein. At this video, I'm going to teach you some useful xunit.net features and attributes called theory and inline data. Look at this Visual Studio instance windows. I'm gonna working on this auction management project that I have already created for you. And this auction class, I'm not gonna explain it here, but if you want to know exactly what this class does, please look at my previous video, xunit automation testing framework. Okay, look at this part of code. I'm going to add a new behavior in this code and test that new behavior. So this code says if amount is less than 0, throw exception. I want to say if amount is less than or equal 0, throw this exception. Let's save it and go here to auction tests. I come scroll down and create a new test called fact public void. This test is so similar to this test, but a little change. Amount is equal 0. Okay, I copy all this data and paste it here, but instead of -100, I want to say 0, because I want if amount is less than or equals 0, throw this exception. At this test, I want to test this if amount is 0, throw exception. I want to assert the constructor to throw exception if amount is 0. My test explorer window found this new test. I want to run this selected test and see what happens. This test passed. Let's run all my tests. Actually, all my tests to it all passed. Okay, everything is all right, but take a look at this section, these two tests actually. Something is wrong here. It's a duplication. You see, these two tests are very similar, and the difference is just data. Here, my amount is -0, -100, but here is just 0 and nothing has changed. xunit has a very useful attribute called theory and another one called inline data. Helps us reduce duplication in our code and make our code cleaner. Okay, so instead of using these two tests, I want to use theory, because theory provides multiple tests within one test. With theory, I can combine these two tests, actually these two facts, in one test, but xunit executes it 2 times for different inputs. Okay, but how to use it? I say theory for different inputs and for different data. There is an attribute called inline data. For the first data, I say 0, and the second data is -100. And I say public void, and I copy the test method name. Constructor should throw exception when amount is less than or equal 0. And for input of this test method, I should say long amount, because I'm setting amount here. Very well. I copy the code from here and paste it here and comment these two tests. Control KC, because I don't need these two tests. This one test will play the role of these two tests. And I delete the amount because I have already set it to 0 and -100 and catch it here. Okay, everything is all right here. Everything is all right. And Test Explorer found this test, but take a look at it. Test Explorer understood that this test is not just one test. This test contains two tests, you know, here with the first one with amount 0 and the second one with minus 100, and runs this test for each of these data. Okay, let's run all tests and see what's happening. Very well, everything is all right. I don't have any more duplication and I can delete these two tests, and I combined those two tests in one test, and xunit run this test 2 times, and actually it can run it multiple times. I can add more than one inline data, and I can say, for example, -6, and Test Explorer should find it. I built this project. Let me save this first. Didn't find anything. I can build this project. Yes, now it's been found, and the third test is for value -6, and if I run it, xunit run this test 3 times. And that's how I decrease duplication in two tests that are so similar. And that theory is very easy and useful. Thank you so much. If you learned this theory, attribute, and inline data, and it was interesting, please follow and subscribe my channel to see more interesting and useful videos. Thank you.